I got nothing creative.
We don't need good.
You're listening to Ka-Pow, the pop culture podcast.
Oh my God. Listen up, ragamuffins. We encourage each and every one of you to drink deeply from the cup that is Fair Riverdale.
Your hosts, Michael, Jordan, Cliff, and Seth.
Hobo. Bride of Hobo. Welcome to Thistle House. Shove it, Hal.
Hey, we're back, everybody.
Oh my God, that's what you go with.
That's what I'm going with. No introduction.
Hey.
That's that musical intro that Cliff put together years ago. Does all the heavy lifting to get us in the mood for more Riverdale here at Ka-Pow, the Pop Culture Podcast. My name is Jordan Lowe.
Cliff Barnes. I knew when I made that thing, I think season 5, I was like, I can't top it. This is it.
It peaked. It's all downhill from here. I'm Seth.
So we're back on the Dale track. We're going to talk some Riverdale from season 6, where we left off.
Oh.
Right in the midst of the superhero saga. They all got powers.
I don't even remember.
Percival P. Pickens is causing trouble in the Dale.
Yes. His powers of persuasion.
And
wow, it's a lot of P's. Percival
P's.
Pickens, powers of persuasion.
That's why I said it.
Oh my gosh. Where are we at?
This is episode 14 of season 6, chapter 109, Venomous.
Venomous, oh my gosh.
Where we just left off. The Black Widow of Riverdale just killed her lover. Veronica has got poison lips.
Oh, was it what was his name?
Joaquin?
Hermione? Oh, Joaquin?
No, not Joaquin.
No. It was Hermano or something. No, that's her sister, Hermano.
Yeah. I don't remember. I just remember Reggie saying, you're gonna go sleep with
you
whatever
killed Velveeta? I don't know. Let's just see what happened this episode. Maybe they'll talk about it. I don't know.
Geraldo.
All right.
Geraldo. I
don't know. I don't know, but I do know I was vibing with Jughead at the beginning of this episode.
Yes.
He was talking about how everybody wants superpowers. This is the Jug dub coming over beginning.
How many times have you wondered if you could have any superpower? What would it be? Because, of course,
but they never think of the downside to having superpowers. And he's logging his comic books.
Old school, pen and paper.
Into a journal of some sort.
And blind spots.
But then he just throws them on the floor a little rough.
He's not very careful with them. He doesn't care about condition.
Yeah, he's not going to get these CGC.
The strange, debilitating vulnerabilities you develop.
So he got his comics back from his mom in Toledo. He hadn't seen in a while.
Yes.
And he's got these ratty old long boxes that are not, the comics are taller than the boxes. Because I'm sure some production designer wanted to be able to see the comics.
It's got baby teeth marks all over everything.
Yeah, they cut, the boxes are way too small. There's no bags and boards anywhere. He's not taking care of any of them. He's a real DC guy. He's a Bronze Age DC guy. Loves these 70s DC. House of Mystery, Metal Man, Dead Man, Superboy. So he's got all these classic 70s DC.
What a nerd. He's looking at an old photo album of who's he looking at? Who when they're younger? Betty. Sorry, Betty.
Betty is looking at it.
Betty was looking at a photo album of herself when she was younger. She's getting migraines. She has like an old-timey bottle of extra strength acetaminophen. Then we see Veronica putting on black lipstick. She's embracing her kiss of death status.
Spider Woman.
Yeah, she's just like, I'm doing it. Ah, the strange, debilitating vulnerabilities you develop. He says, as Archie walks out of Pop's, it's worth it. Got a to-go bag. No pancake box.
No pancake.
Still, if they ever bring back the pancake box, the pancake stack box, I would freaking buy one so fast. I would sell them. I would start selling pancakes if they came up with the Riverdale pancake stack box like
you
that.
You two can cake.
You two can cake. Exactly.
What the hell are you doing now, Percival? Reggie, are you serious? You do realize he's using his Jedi mind tricks to control you, right?
I know you think I'm an idiot, Archie, but the mayor's taking us places.
Especially after I build my new railroad, which will take a route directly through this quaint but woefully outdated diner.
You are not tearing down Pops.
Reggie and Percival are there. Reggie says, I know you think I'm an idiot. Full stop. But I think the mayor is great. And Percival says the railroads are going to go through Pops, which is bad news. Shouldn't go like through Pops. That would be bad. And Archie says it'll have to go through me first because he immediately is Mr. Aggressive. And you'll have to go through me first.
Always with the threat.
With your Pops. Yeah. He always goes there. That's Archie.
Okay, you'll have to go through me first.
Classic American bravado.
Classic American bravado, Percival. Which describes Archie very well. He is classic American bravado.
So I don't think Reggie is being mind controlled. I think he is genuinely.
It's a great idea.
Jump to the dark side because he's right. He's not getting his just desserts at the.
It's a little hilarious prank on Riverdale.
Right.
Yeah.
Then Pickett says,
Tell me,
have you seen my new ring?
Pure palladium.
Palladium.
Yeah.
PP, pure palladium.
See?
Don't make me beat you up again, Archie. I doubt your body or your bruised ego can survive another encounter with me.
The future is coming.
Best not to be a penny on the tracks, eh?
Archie, it's best not to be a penny on the tracks. Ooh, that's a threat. Meanwhile, Cheryl says, oh, Nana.
Oh, Nana. I'm debating consulting the spirits for guidance.
Lots of Nana in this episode.
Oh, I can't wait. I'm debating consulting the spirits for guidance. As she said that in her thigh-high black combat boots.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Nice.
Given recent events, my mind has turned to the past. Namely, my junior high sweetheart, Heather.
She says that, her ex-girlfriend, Heather, is the librarian in Greendale. We haven't heard about for a while. Yeah. Isn't that where, was that where Sabrina was living?
That's where the witches are.
Oh, the witches are in Greendale. The witches of Greendale, yeah. And Nana says, the lost love, with her one good eye.
Oh, the lost love.
I stalked her on social. She's a librarian, and she lives in Greendale, which is not that far. I can't help but thinking maybe our story isn't finished.
But if you ask me,
what's done is done. Let her be.
Heather's gone. Let her be.
Oh, sphere of knowledge.
Cheryl. Oh, sphere of knowledge.
Should I call Heather?
Should I call Heather?
So this is where we're at. Cheryl is like throwing poisons in her garden and like consulting ancient tomes.
Yes.
She has to consult the spirits with her sphere of knowledge, which is a magic 8-ball.
Magic 8-ball.
Yeah,
right.
She's holding a magic 8-ball in her lap, but everything is so grand to Cheryl. Like even just a magic 8-ball is.
Oh, I love it.
Sphere of knowledge.
I love it. And the magic 8-ball says, "Cannot predict now." So she just decides to send an email, which she could have done first place. But I like the theatrics. Tabitha is apparently still in Albany. So we're all waiting for Tabitha's Prime Video movie.
Yeah, she's not
because she's too busy to be on the radio. Archie says we're constantly playing defense against this guy.
Which is true. That's been the buildup. He keeps winning.
Yeah,
and yeah.
PP is always in the driver's seat.
He's a very aggressive PP.
Yes. Jughead says, if you were going to use sports metaphors, I'm going to start using comic book ones. Aha! Right. Archie says, I didn't even know you like comics. I contain multitudes. Yes. Contains multitudes. He
flashback.
is. Yes. Come on. Many levels. Oh my gosh. Archie remembers him saying that in the past. Something. Jughead had his mom send him his comics from Toledo. Archie asks how Superman defeated kryptonite because he has his own kryptonite, which is palladium. How did Superman do that? Jughead says, well, there's an old comic where old Supes just built up an immunity to it by exposing himself. And I was afraid Archie was going to misunderstand that and start exposing himself. So his PP.
I'm going to need a footnote on that. What issue exactly, Jughead? Because I don't know that.
I don't know anything about that. Hey, and Mighty Mouse did the same thing with Limburg cheese. At the morgue, Veronica is wearing all black and a veil. I thought at the morgue you'd wear something more like a cheerleader's outfit. Like that. That's more of a death type attire, we've learned. She talks to Dr. Curl Jr., of course, who tells her that the venom is not just in her saliva. It's also in her tears.
Mm-hmm. And it's not just from the saliva on your lips.
In her blood.
It's in your tears.
And
in your blood.
Perspiration.
In your perspiration.
She's literally
I'm actually not sure how you haven't died yet.
So.
And Dr. C's not fooling around. He's in full PPE. He's got the gloves on.
He's got the PPE.
He's got Dr. PPE. He's got the mask. He's got the face mask. He's got the apron and the gloves. He's not getting anywhere near Veronica.
No way. He says, I'm actually not sure how you haven't died yet.
Especially he is now their primary care physician. They go to him for literally everything.
It's their PPO.
Yeah.
What do we do?
I'm going to suggest a strict regimen of dialysis to detoxify your body.
Wait, dialysis? But I don't even feel sick.
We need to lower the amount of poison in your body, Ms. Lodge. And until we do, I think that you should avoid any and all physical contact with any person or persons.
So he suggests a strict round of dialysis to detoxify her body. She doesn't even feel sick, though. But she should avoid any physical contact.
She's rogue all of a sudden. She can't touch anyone, get near them, or sweat on them.
Yeah. We'll see how that goes. So Betty asks Jughead to read her mind because she knows he can read her mind. He says, that sounds like a trap. I'm not falling for that. Not my conscious mind, my subconscious repressed memories. He's like, well, I don't even know if that's something I can do.
I feel like Betty has more repressed memories than any other character ever.
Right. He's got to do some research on deep mind reading. Okay. Which I wonder what comic book he's going to look at for that. Cheryl gives Archie some palladium using the Mighty Mouse plan, and since he's the one that dug it up from her minds anyway.
I completely forgot he was a miner for a while.
Yes.
Firefighters,
yes.
Boxing instructors, vigilantes, football players. They were, for 2 weeks, they were miners digging palladium out of the mine.
Yeah. She said she may be able to find
work. That was before the construction work.
Yeah.
I think.
Yeah.
She may be able to find a less dangerous way to help him, she says. So we'll see. At the gym where he's moonlighting still at the gym, Archie weighs himself before working out any.
Oh, yeah.
He weighs himself before working out. And he wears the palladium around his neck, I think. His knuckles bleed when he hits the heavy bag. So when he's got that palladium on, he's not indestructible. But, he's trying to build up an immunity to Limburg cheese. Veronica gets a call that Mr. Shipley and the investors are holding a meeting at the casino with or without her. Well, she's going to have to go get physically in a space with people. They better wear their PPE. Nana Rose is staring at a painting of Cheryl, I think, holding a giant spider. And Cheryl comes and asks her for a copy of Rasputin back that she had, I guess. I don't know. And I really don't want to say Nana Rose is staring. Like, it's where her one eye's Nana Rose says that Cheryl's just distracted herself because Heather didn't email her back. And she would email her back if she cared.
Yeah, she's like, in my experience, people normally are prompt with email.
Yeah, like, how much email experience do you have? Well, your experience, Cheryl says, people communicated by pigeon. Now get me my Russian tome, you Baba Yaga.
I rolled my eyes at that one, and then I did a slow clap. I was like, all right, that one.
Yep. Good job. Archie is getting weaker from this palladium, and he needs Betty to open a can for him. She sees his knuckles are bleeding, asks if he punched a brick wall. He says even before he was invulnerable, he could crush that heavy bag. But now it feels like punching nails. Wow.
Was that one of his feats of strength to get in the Guinness record?
Punching nails,
he didn't have
maybe.
To punch nails, did he?
I think he had.
He laid on a bed of
laid
nails.
on a bed of
laid
nails.
Nails. Yeah.
So he would know what it felt like.
Yeah. Veronica puts her hood and veil on with her black lipstick that she's already got on. She goes to the meeting. Reggie's there. She can't believe it, though, considering she banished his ass, she said. Reggie says they don't know why she fired him and that they're not making any profit yet. And she looks insane, by the way. Oh. She says selling the casino would be short-sighted and they're moving toward profitability every day. She will have a new valuation done. Prove it. Jughead tells Betty she needs to visualize comic books so he could read her mind. Yes, this makes perfect sense. That's how you would do it.
Yeah.
He goes and sees a short box of Betty comics, begins to read one, and then sees a scene from when they were young play out where he kisses her.
So this was actual footage.
Yeah.
From earlier episodes when they were young 27-year-olds in love. Back in the Bughead days when people were still watching this show.
Yeah. Then one where they're babysitting Dagwood and Juniper, I'm assuming. And she's wondering if evil can get passed down. That's what's in her deep recesses of her mind. She tells him to go deeper. Says, okay. This time, he's at Pop's when he tells young Betty, the Caramel, the dog, I think, got hit by a car.
This was Daddy. Yes. This was the Black Hood.
Yeah.
And baby Betty talking about the cat Caramel that she crushed with a rock.
Oh,
yeah, Caramel's a cat. Yeah.
Oh, okay. She was a sinner. She got hit by a car because she was a sinner. The cat was a sinner? Or she was a sinner, so her cat died?
Everybody's a sinner.
Yeah. Why
not? Cats are sinners for sure. Also, asks, how did it feel when you brought that rock down on her? It felt bad. I'm glad they went deep to find that out.
But he's like, but also pretty good, right? Like he's like getting real in depth.
Pretty fun, huh, Betty?
Yeah. Hal says in there, but maybe a little exciting. After that, he realizes that her dad was grooming her to be a killer. So Archie is trembling in a sweat on the couch from this palladium. And Cheryl tells him he needs to switch, obviously, to palladium soup.
Palladium soup! The new sponsor of Riverdale. Get out of the way, Doritos. It's time for palladium soup.
It's too intense. He needs to titrate his exposure. He needs to he needs to, gradually increase this dose. So,
like Rasputin
did.
Like Rasputin.
Right.
It all comes together.
He asks if that worked for the Russian guy. She says, yes. He became unstoppable. They had to drown him in the end, which I assume they're going to have to drown Archie to end the whole series. So, please do. Veronica bursts in on Percival and Reggie. And Reggie said he made these decisions on his own, no matter what she thinks. And she calls him a 6'2", 200-pound jellyfish. And that
jellyfish got these cheekbones.
And that he should have his head x-rayed because there's Swiss cheese where his brain's supposed to be. Reggie starts getting dizzy from all these jabs, I guess. And his nose starts bleeding. So she leaves quickly. I don't know if that leads anywhere. Archie drinks some palladium soup and his water bottle out of his water bottle, I guess, and then passes out while jumping rope while everyone cheers for how good he is at jumping rope.
There were like 6 people standing in a circle going like, yeah, like watching him jump rope and being very thrilled by it.
Drinking palladium soup. Oh my God. Dr. Criddle wears his people to meet with Veronica again because the dialysis is not working. Her toxicology levels have increased and she will likely die. Sounds an awful lot like a death sentence. Cheryl asks the 8-Ball if she should call Heather and explains to the 8-Ball, I assume, that she did not get an email reply. The 8-Ball says, ask again later. She says, screw it. This 8-Ball's stupid.
Yeah, I'm sick of this thing.
She looks up the phone number online, calls her on the big red lips telephone like you do, but she hangs up when Heather answers. Archie wakes up after jumping rope and drinking palladium soup, and he weighs himself. And he weighs 135, and he started at 203, I think. It's a big drop.
He's losing strength and density.
Yes.
Which we know
can't lose your density.
That's his superpower.
You are my density.
Yeah. If Archie loses the density, he's got nothing.
Oh, he's got nothing. You got to over your density. You got nothing. It's all Swiss cheese. Jughead reads Betty's mind and finds a comic about how telling the Thunder that she has the serial killer gene and that maybe Betty has it. Wouldn't that be great? But he realizes that her mom has been lying to her whole life.
Boom.
Veronica calls.
Hey, hi, V.
Hey, V.
Betty, I guess, says, hey, B.
I got some rough news today, and I was wondering if you were around for a drink or several.
Same, yeah. I can meet you at the White Worm in like 30.
You're an angel.
She asked her to meet her at the White Worm for drinks or several. Yeah, some old. Did we have a name for Betty and Veronica together? B.
Hey, Betty, what's up?
Betty. I felt like they would have had a name, but maybe not.
I think there is. I've read a name. I know I have.
It's not ours.
Looper.
Looper?
No. It's Codge.
Collage.
Collage. Okay. Archie dumps out the rest of his palladium soup and goes to do shots with the girls. It's like, screw this. I can't even jump rope anymore. I'm losing all my density.
Remember in high school when I sponsored that kissing booth? Well, now I'm cursed with the kiss of death.
Veronica says, I used to run a kissing booth. Now I have the kiss of death. Archie says, welcome to the sad superhero club.
Thank you for risking cocktail hour with the Spider-Woman.
Of course, V. And we're not in any danger from you. You would have an aura.
He says they're not in any danger from her because she would see, and Betty says that she would see an aura.
Right. Sounds like we're all having a time of it.
Yeah, I mean, that's why I stopped microdosing Cheryl's palladium soup. I was losing strength. Density.
Archie says, yeah, I stopped microdosing Cheryl's palladium soup. I was losing strength and density.
All this means is that we have to find another way to beat Percival.
And I suppose we have Pickens the Perverse to thank for our respective afflictions.
We're not sure, V, because our powers started manifesting before he got to town.
We think the explosion in my bedroom triggered our powers.
Not that it matters much. The bottom line is, I'm screwed. I mean, I'm literally toxic. If I touch someone or spit on them or cry on them, they die. And to add insult to injury, I'm facing a hostile takeover at work while dealing with this acute health crisis. And the worst part of all of this is that my last non-lethal kiss before Geraldo's death was with backstabbing Reggie Mantle. And now, for as long as I live, that's going to be my last meaningful human contact.
Veronica's mad that the last human touch she'll ever have was with backstabbing Swiss cheese brain Reggie.
Can you blame her?
Also, they discovered that she drank twice as much as them, but she's not drunk at all.
Doesn't feel a bit tipsy at all.
The next day, someone goes to Cheryl. Whose hair's falling out? Oh, it must be Archie. Archie goes to Cheryl.
Clumps of hair.
There's clumps of red hair falling out.
That beautiful red hair.
It's getting stuck to his wounds on his knuckle. He's been losing weight, and Dr. Curl Jr. says it may have acute anemia. Oh.
I mean, we all love Dr. Curdle, but
do you go to the coroner?
Probably need a second opinion.
Yeah, do you go to the coroner for your checkup?
For these life and death situations.
Yeah. He's like, they're going to tell you you're dying. You obviously died.
To a hammer, every problem looks like a nail.
Exactly.
To a coroner, every problem looks like a corpse.
Exactly. The palladium killed all the other metals in his body, and now he's breaking down. He's got no iron.
Yeah.
Palladium beats iron, and rock, paper, scissors, palladium, iron. Betty confronts her mom, but she denies everything. Thunder says, no way. Didn't happen. That's a comic book. Veronica goes to Cheryl for help. Cheryl gives her, obviously, hemlock, nightshades, snake root, rosary beads, and white oleander.
Yeah, because Ronnie wants to test. Like she didn't taste the alcohol, and the poison's not killing her, so let's see what other poison she can take.
So Cheryl says there's no shame in having your stomach pumped anyway. So
she's going to have a private ambulance on standby. She's going to ingest all this poison to test herself.
She also wants a book about spiders. She says there's a spider crawls down the window that we looked through as that happened. So Betty gives Jughead permission to look inside the Thunder's subconscious. Because she read my diary in high school. Like, that's the same thing.
She gave her diary to Percival.
That's bad.
What's good for the goose is good for the thunder.
That's right. They go to that's right there. They go to WRIV, and she's just getting ready to go live on air when they try this mind reading. Jughead sees a memory of Hal and the thunder moving the dining room table back. So there must be something under it, maybe. I can't remember. Did they have a basement? Did they have a basement up there?
How would the Black Hood not have a basement?
Exactly. I don't know. Cheryl calls the meeting because she has a plan even better than palladium soup. She found an ancient spell of transmutation. Can turn gold into iron. Palladium's white gold. Apparently, she could cast the spell, turn the palladium to iron to fix Archie's anemia, then heat him up and forge him to be impervious to palladium.
Forge me, baby.
That was the line of the night for me.
Yeah.
Archie's saying, "Forge me now."
That's what he says immediately.
Like,
it says
needs
very
no further
that sounds very Michael. Honestly, that's very Michael. Michael's very Archie. I'm discovering because that's what he would say. Forge me now. Do it.
Forge
Just
me.
jump right
Forge
in.
me
2 feet.
Both feet right in the fire. Hold up, Betty says. What if there are side effects? Cheryl says, yeah, you're weak. The heat might kill you. It's like, I'm already dying.
Dr. Pearl said so.
Bro. But first, can Betty and I have one more night? One more night before you forge me. So Veronica is home in the tub reading about spiders while she's eating poison. Obviously.
And there was some little joke where she said, do you have a book about do you have a book about spiders? And Cheryl's like, which one? Or some kind of joke of like, I have multiple books about spiders.
Right, obviously.
You need to narrow that down.
Which spiders? Yeah. Archie and Betty make a pillow fort and do it. The next day, Betty finally gets around to digging in the floorboards. Like she knew that's something she wanted to do. There's something under the floorboards, but first,
it can wait.
We're forging Archie tomorrow. Let's go ahead and make a pillow fort and do it. Yeah. Okay. So Cheryl confirms Veronica is immune to poison. Mayhap you can even control the amount of poison you can secrete. Except when you're in the throes of passion. This is quite a reach. Except when you're in the throes of passion. But, Cheryl gives Veronica her spider brooch. It's hers now. She's the spider lady.
That brooch has been here forever. She's been wearing it.
Yeah, like she's been vibing with that brooch for a while. The Thunder comes home, and Betty says, it's time for the truth. And we see a police officer's decayed corpse that they dug up from under the table that had to have stunk.
No, wouldn't have smelled at all.
They'd have bleached that.
Yeah. Oh, that's true. The Thunder said that they had just gotten back from apple picking one day, and Hal sent the girls upstairs. And she had to help him with a cop he killed that was investigating him. She had no choice. I didn't want to lose my family. What else was I going to do? Could have put it down the culvert or something. That's what they used to do with dead bodies.
Wasn't there an episode where the Thunder and FP had to get rid of a body?
Right.
Like they wrapped it up in a carpet.
Somebody chick killed, maybe?
Yeah. I wish they would have. I wish they could go back and be like, let's go under the table. If he'd suggested that. And she's like, no, we can't. Can't do that.
These are those plot holes all those Laps fans talk about.
Right.
That this show just lost its way. Its tight narrative structure.
So Betty's like, did you know that Dad was grooming me? She said, all I know is you and your dad have a special connection. And I thought he might try to cultivate any evil inside you. But I thought I could stop it if it even happened. Well, you didn't. It's in there. I'm evil.
So this sort of, speaking of narrative structure and loopholes and plot holes, like this is, I think, trying to explain Alice. Like we've always talked about season 1, Alice is uptight mom. Season 2 is Serpent Alice. The Thunder.
Yeah.
So like, I feel like this is trying to, she was trying to control Betty. That's why she was when we first met her, this uptight Betty had to get perfect straight A's, had a curfew. Like, so I think this is trying to maybe explain her shift in character, that, you know, she's always been crazy serial killer Alice mom, but she was trying to be perfect suburb mom to keep Betty from going Hal's direction. I think what they're trying to do.
Okay. Good enough for me. She's found not guilty. In the mine with Cheryl and about 1,000 candles.
Ready?
Archie has his shirt off, of course.
That's how he starts forge.
No other way to forge.
He starts reading Latin. Sounds like
really well too. He reads Latin.
Sounds like the beginning of
of
Bloodbath in Paradise by Ozzy Osbourne. And the rest for the week. Everything glows.
He couldn't read till he couldn't read English till 2nd grade, but he read Latin in kindergarten.
He picked that right up, no problem.
Well, he knew he was going to get forged. It was worth it. Everything glows. The paper catches on fire. He screams and convulses as she forges him. She forges the hell out of him.
And no scars, no bear claws, no bullet holes.
No knuckle
being
hair.
Invulnerable has fixed all his body damage.
Finally. Smooth as a pancake. As Veronica does some good product.
Still got the serpent tattoo, though. That's
that's
forever. That's forever. As Veronica does some good product placement, eating smart food, white cheddar popcorn. She was visited by Reggie and wanted to see if she can stay calm and not poison. Even more product placement, as she mentioned, she had almost finished her evaluation presentation of the casino on Canva, a graphic design program.
That was really weird.
Yeah.
My wife uses that all the time.
Oh, well, see, she probably got it because of
obviously.
She wanted to be HBI Canva. He shows her secret pictures of her getting dialysis to blackmail her. Those are some crazy blackmail pictures.
Yeah.
Here you are getting dialysis. Boy, wait till they see this.
Can't show weakness in the casino game.
I guess. She's like, I don't care. Archie is wearing the palladium necklace now and setting matches on fire. Then he shows Betty that he can't cut himself with the butcher knife. He is impenetrable again. He's forged.
So dense.
Oh, he's freaking. It's ridiculous. You cannot lift him. He is dense as hell. He would crush that pillow fort right now. At the casino, Veronica starts her presentation and says she's not selling. She's not sick, so give it up. She flashes back to earlier in the day when Archie and Betty offered to help her get her main character energy back by letting her kiss Archie because he is immune to all poisons, obviously. And she didn't want Reggie to be her last kiss. Anyway,
wipe the taste of Reggie right out.
Yeah, get that. She doesn't like cheese on her breath, Limburger, Swiss, or otherwise. She takes her robe off and begins performing Toxic.
Baby, can't you see I'm calling a guy like you?
Which I've been waiting on the whole episode. The whole episode, I was like a little dream man. I was like, she's got to do Britain, and she does. Like, I couldn't believe it.
Okay, so this whole thing was leading to a shareholders meeting.
Yeah.
And she gets there, and Betty's question is, "Are you performing?"
And she goes,
and
"No."
I thought, what kind of question is that? It's a shareholders meeting. What do you perform?
Right. It's just like a
meeting?
quinceanera. You perform.
Yes.
It's stage time.
Yeah, that's a foolish question.
Obviously.
If Veronica's there, she'll be performing something.
I think we all know that she will be performing.
Full choreography, multiple dancers.
Of course. Meanwhile, we see Jughead.
No wonder this place isn't profitable. She was working on her choreography when she should have been doing the book.
Oh, she's got lasers and everything else going on. I mean.
Meanwhile, we see Jughead keeps having thoughts of kissing Betty instead of Tabitha. We also see Cheryl answer the door, and who is it at the door? Old Miss can't email. Heather.
Heather.
First appearance, guys.
Heather, is that really you?
You called me. I came.
A lot of sliding panel transitions up and down the screen throughout this song. They rarely do this, and I like it. I like these transitions. I wanted to call that out. And we end as Veronica winks at Percival like she won. So, we'll see about that.
Yeah, I don't know if this is leading anywhere, but this is a strange place to end back with the Bughead stuff when those two were together for the first how many seasons. Archie kissing Veronica is very old school. It's Cheryl's first love is back.
Yeah, we kind of got to go back to the
we're resetting
beginning.
all these romances.
Yeah, I agree.
Again, it may not last for more than one episode, but it was interesting.
We need to get them back in the shower with the cast.
Yes.
Except he's impervious now, so
yeah, wouldn't need to cast, but yeah, this is definitely some foreshadowing here of I think of some things to come.
I'm excited. I'm back in, baby.
Yeah, this was pretty good episode. Some good stuff in there.
Focusing on this core group.
Yeah.
We shut Tabitha out of a cannon. She's gone.
Landed on a stack of pancakes.
Somewhere. She'll make it. She'll make it. She'll find a way. Pops finds a way. I thought this was a great episode. Ended just like I wanted it to, with toxic performance. Lots of Dr. Curdle Jr.
Nana
Rose. Man.
A lot of tomes and spiders.
And Heather?
Comic books. So ceremonies. It had it all.
Yes.
This could have been an email, dear. Why do we keep having these face-to-face meetings?
Oh, yeah. Nana Rose is like getting suspiciously techie here at the end. Like she's gonna be like, she's gonna write some seance in Chat GPT.
Yes, so we can
I'm in.
We can chalk up another thing for Archie.
Yep.
He's fought bears. He's fought men in bear suits. He's gargoyle kings and now he's been forged. So
28 to go, guys.
I know. I'm ready to chomp in the bit to watch another one. See what's happening. I've not watched any further than this. This is exciting.
I don't know any more than you do, so we're all in this together. Except for Cliff. He has seen the future.
Cliff has seen it all. He's 35 episodes ahead. All right.
All right. Good stuff, everybody. Thanks for joining us on this trip through the Dale. We'll be back 28 more times to finish this out. Till then, my name's Jordan Lowe.
Cliff Barnes.
Seth. Bye forever. Oh. Hey, that felt like a reset for my week right there. Do a Dale episode.
Good stuff to come.
Hey, that paperclip was a real handy.
Yeah. Man.
At first I tried it didn't work.
Oh.
Then it was just getting me. I only picked up. I didn't pick up anything really. A couple shitty channels, and then some Disney thing or something. I don't know what it was, but then I straightened it out, kind of, did it, stuck it in there, and it did it. Next thing I know, I got it. It's like, all right, I don't have to worry. Don't have to pay any money.
Yeah.
Like, watch them lose so I get pissed off. And,
exactly.
What a great, terrible ending to the day.
Right. That's exactly how I felt.
Rabbit ear technology. Finally,
that was great.
I mean, I felt a little better in the fact that I didn't have to pay to watch that shit.
Yeah, that's true.
So, I mean, it did help me out in that way.
Down.
Yeah. So, yeah. Yeah, I'll do it again this weekend. And Ka-Pow, the pop cultured podcast, is intended for entertainment and information purposes only. Sounds, music, and clips played during the podcast are property of copyright holders. All original content is property of www.udownwithkpp.com. If you enjoyed this podcast, please subscribe and leave a comment. Ka-Pow, the pop cultured podcast, can be found on Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, Podbean, Spotify, and wherever podcasts can be found. You can connect with us through social media on Facebook, YouTube, at the Ka-Pow Podcast on Twitter, or email the show, Ka-Pow, the pop cultured podcast, @gmail.com. If you really want to go the extra mile, join our Patreon at patreon.com/udownwithkpp for special content and access to Patreon-only benefits. We are grateful for anyone who chooses to contribute, but please know that most of our content will remain free. So please continue to like, comment, and share.